following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello. Welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their lives like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, I want to kind of go back to some basics here and remind everybody there are no genetically transmitted diseases, okay? There are no genetically transmitted birth defects. And if a young couple who are in the childbearing years, whether they're planning on having babies or not, they're taking the 90 essential nutrients for at least 3 to 6 months, and they're avoiding gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats, so they can maximize absorption, the odds of having a baby with a birth defect is almost zero. You know, remember, I'm the guy who got rid of cystic fibrosis, supposed to be a genetic disease. I'm the guy who got rid of muscular dystrophy, supposed to be a genetic disease. I'm the guy who got rid of Sennenfeld syndrome, supposed to be the mother laying on the baby, simply by getting one nutrient put into baby formulas. And they were just, all three of those were just simple nutritional deficiency disease. Now, doctors missed it by a billion miles, okay, because they don't get any training in nutrition. And the darling, of course, of the day, 100 years ago, was genetics. Well, I want everybody, of course, to get my book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And, you know, a good example is sickle cell anemia. Everybody knows that's genetic because the doctors say so. No, it's not genetic. It's a simple nutritional deficiency during early pregnancy when the bone marrow cells that form hemoglobin are being formed in the embryo. Mother's missing a couple of nutrients, and so those cells are defective. Well, when the baby's born, they can't make, it's not 100%, maybe 2%, 5%, 10%, 25% are have this defect, and the baby will have sickle cell anemia. I can take a boy and a girl with sickle cell anemia, you know, in the childbearing years, and give them the 90 essential nutrients, get them off of gluten so they can absorb, and they can have 25 babies, not one of them will have sickle cell anemia. It's not a genetic disease. Okay, type 1 diabetes, the same thing. It's not a genetic disease. Baby's born with a birth defect, but it's not a genetic disease. Mama's missing something where the beta cells are being formed in the islets of Langerhans and the pancreas of the embryo. Missing something, can't do that. And instead of having 6,000 beta cells in each islet of Langerhans, they may have 6 or 3 or whatever it is, very, very limited. They don't make enough insulin, so they're born with type 1 diabetes. It's not a genetic disease. It was a birth defect, but not a genetic disease. It was a nutritional deficiency disease of the embryo. And so this is really a huge responsibility for all of us. We need to pay attention to these details, and that's why, of course, Dr. Malone and I came out with that book, Hell's Kitchen, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And there's 2 CDs that go along with it. One CD is me telling my side of the story and how I came up with this. And then the other one is Bruce Lipton, a neurologist, another guy, he's considered a co-father of the science of epigenetics. He's telling his story. He came down to San Diego, and we did a lecture together, and we taped his story of how he came up with the concept of the epigenetic thing. So that's why he and I are considered the 2 fathers of epigenetics. At any rate, then when you look at white-tailed deer and black-tailed deer, they have the highest percentage of sickle cell anemia of any vertebrates on Earth. Why is that? Well, because in their range where they live, those nutrients are found in very, very limited numbers. And the ones who live in certain areas, there's almost none of that nutrient, so they have a very high rate of infertility. And when there's a modest amount of that nutrient, the babies are born, but they have sickle cell anemia. It doesn't change the taste of the venison, though, and so that's kind of interesting. Same thing with degenerative diseases. Things like sciatica. You don't need back surgery. Give me 90 days. Give longevity 90 days. You want to take, you have sciatica, you can take the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack and throw in our MSM, some extra vitamin D3, and just go there and stay away from all the bad stuff. And, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and glutens, wheat, brown, red oats, and sugar, and carbonated drinks. And give it 90 days and see if you don't significantly improve or maybe even totally get rid of sciatica. You don't need surgery. Okay, sciatica is just kind of like anemia of your bones, if you will. Okay, do you need surgery when you have anemia? No, you just need to get off of gluten so you can take the 90 essential nutrients, give your bone marrow what it needs to make red blood cells and white blood cells and platelets and antibodies, and your anemia goes away. You don't need to go to the doctor once a month for an iron shot. You don't need a bone marrow transplant when you have bone marrow dysplasia where your bone marrow functioning cells have been replaced with scar tissue and fat. No. This is very simple stuff. The vertebrates and a lot of invertebrates have the capacity to repair themselves from injuries, and also when you have, for instance, cells die of old age. They don't live forever. They got to be replaced. So you have the mechanism to replace them that die from old age, the ones that have injuries. When you cut yourself, you keep an infection out of there. You don't have to sew yourself up unless your guts are hanging out. But just a cut on your hand or your arm, your body will heal itself. You have the capacity to do that. But it requires nutrients to do that. And so that's why we have the program, the Healthy Start Pack. We have the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. And we have secret sauces for over 600 different diseases. And I urge you, again, to get a hold of the book and the CDs, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Get a hold of that quartet of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport Aromatherapy, and it's all in your head. There's 25 different diseases you get from osteoporosis of the skull. Has your doctor ever talked to you about osteoporosis of the skull? We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Longevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness, and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Longevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 90 Plaque Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll free, 1-888-379-2552. And I just want to remind everybody that if you're going to get the vaccination, I had it. I got 2 vaccinations a month apart, so I'm covered here for a while. But I also take the 90 essential nutrients. I've been doing that for 74 years. I've been gluten-free for 74 years, so I'm absorbing nutrients. I'm able to respond to the bug if it shows up. Vaccinations don't kill viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast. They just alert your body to the bad DNA and RNA in the bug, so when the bug shows up, it's your responsibility to kill it. But you need to be able to absorb the nutrients, no gluten. You need to be able to get all the nutrients necessary for your bone marrow to do its job, 90 essential nutrients. And then you're more likely to be able to just have mild symptoms, of the COVID as opposed to getting killed. And so it's one of those things where you got to do all the pieces. Well, I can do whatever I want now. I'm vaccinated. No, it's not that simple. You're still responsible for giving your immune system what it needs for being able to absorb those nutrients. And so it's diet, supplements, and if you're going to do the vaccination, that's everybody's choice. That's up to you. Okay, that's what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a little bit about pineapples, as I've got a story here headlined, Health Benefits of Pineapples. They say the delicious tropical fruit offers significant health benefits, often used in folk medicine, and the health benefits are so strong that it can help the body fight off chronic diseases such as inflammatory conditions and even cancer. It's a rich source of both soluble and insoluble fibers, and can help protect you from developing constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, and diarrhea. And also helps add bulk to your stool, making it easier for it to pass through your system. In addition, pineapples contain an enzyme called bromelain. Studies have linked this to improved digestion, and also studies show that bromelain in pineapple may help reduce the effects of diarrhea. Bromelain in pineapple also can help you with a cough by reducing phlegm and mucus in your respiratory tract. Also a rich source of vitamin C, and helps boost your immune system, supports bone health, and provides benefit to your bones thanks to the high manganese content. One single serving of pineapple, it can provide up to 76% of the recommended daily value of manganese, and it may also help prevent cancer. It also makes it great. Manganese is a critical cofactor for the production of superoxidase dismutase, an enzyme that breaks down harmful free radicals in the body. Bromelain may also play a role in fighting cancer. One study has shown that bromelain can induce cell death in breast cancer cells. So there you go.
Well, thank you, Doug. That's a good one. And, of course, I like my pineapple from either Texas on the Gulf Coast or Hawaii because there's bound to be more minerals in it from those areas because of the volcanic stuff going on. And so, pineapple is a good thing to have in your diet. And I like fresh pineapple. You have to cut the skin off and cut it up and chop it up yourself. I'm not big on canned salmon. Pineapple, canned pineapple. And so it's one of those things where form and location does mean something. Does the pineapple from the big island of Hawaii have the same minerals in it as from Texas? No. They have different ones. Does the pineapple in Louisiana have the same minerals as the pineapple as in Hawaii? Probably not. Maybe some, but not all. And so you still have to supplement. And I just always warn people, eat well, do everything you can to follow these sort of things, and eat pineapple, as Doug says, is a good idea. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But how do you know what's in that apple? How do you know what's in the pineapple? You don't. Is it 3 minerals or is it 50 minerals? Probably closer to 3. And so what we have to do is take everything we know is necessary, the 90, and I like the big hammer, the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, which has 215. And then you eat well, avoid all the bad stuff, fried foods, processed meats, oils, glutens, wheat, butter, and oats, and sugar, carbonated drinks. Don't forget a rebounder sports drink with 100 nutrients in it, 75 minerals and 25 vitamins, amino acids. Don't forget kids toddy, Cal Toddy, EFAs, kids sprinkles, and the rebound. We've got to take care of those kids. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Longevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Longevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the Mineral Capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Longevity distributor today. You've listened to Physician.
If your doctor is telling you that you can get all the nutrients you need to stay healthy, well, that's just wrong. Dr. Joel Wallach has identified 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs to thrive. Crops only need 3 nutrients to thrive, so where does your doctor think the other 87 nutrients come from? They don't. So if you're not supplementing, you're starving your body. Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine will get you a long way down the road to getting those 90 essential nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is a balanced and complete daily supplement. So if you want to give your body the nutrients it needs, order Beyond Tangy Tangerine today. Contact your local Longevity associate to order this product, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And to get my books and CDs and things like that, so you can go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com. Don't forget the epigenetics one, and satisfy yourself. There are no genetic diseases. There are no genetically transmitted birth defects. They're all preventable, most of them reversible. Okay, let's see here. Charmaine, you there?
I'm here, yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me ask you a quick question here. Do you believe that a single meteor from space wiped out all the dinosaurs on Earth?
No, I don't believe it wiped them all.
No. It's impossible, of course. It's an insane thing to say, but who knows, right? But no, one meteor didn't kill all the dinosaurs, but that's a standing theory. And it just drives you crazy, these theories these people come up with. Okay.
Yes.
And sorry, yeah.
Not logical.
Not logical. So
No,
anyway,
it'd have to be at least two meteors, one coming on each side of each, continent. Right? So
yeah,
it would have to be a minimum of two, probably more.
Well, guess what? As they say in France, it ain't happening. Okay, that's not true, not even close. So the reason why I asked that, we now know the cause, prevention, and cure of the death of the reefs. We now know the prevention and cure of the dead zones in the oceans, and we now know the cause of death of the dinosaurs. Of course, we can't bring them back, but we do know what killed them. Okay, and so we're going to come out with a big article here pretty soon, so everybody be ready for that one. It's going to be probably the biggest story of the 21st century, maybe in all time, maybe the biggest story in all time, because these things, what should I say, the experts have missed it by 1 billion miles, and we know all the little bitty pieces. We know all, like I said, we know all the little bitty pieces, and working on this thing with the COVID, you have to do a lot of wide-ranging research, and you run into all this stuff. You say, oh, my gosh, people have overlooked this piece, and people have overlooked that piece. And so we put it all together. That's a whole separate thing. I'm so excited about this. I don't want to say too much here until we get it all copywritten so that nobody steals it from us, because it is that big, and very, very excited about that. So let me ask you a quick question. Would you depend, knowing what you know now, Charmaine, would you depend on just eating well to get all your nutrients?
Absolutely not. I mean, of course not.
Okay. Why don't you depend on just eating well? Doctors say just eat well. The government says just eat well.
Because when farmers grow food, you don't, even if they put minerals in it, but you don't know if they did or not. But even if they did, how do you know the food is going to pick up the minerals? It's like
they don't put 60 minerals in there. They put 3 NPK, because they get paid by tons and bushels. They don't get paid by the nutritional value of the food.
But just say even if they put the humic shale in, like we do on our grapevines, you don't know that the grapes are taking them all up, right?
Yeah, they may be stupid grapes.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Charmaine. You get an 8+++, and we'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Listen to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and...
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Longevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
Let's be boring. and do a commercial about cash-out refinances. It's Ryan, and our mortgage team will often have a listener say, I think I understand what a cash-out refinance is, but can't that be bad for you sometimes? So let's hit on that. As with anything, it's certainly not the right move for everyone. If we don't have to, we don't want to add a bunch of years onto our loan, or increase our monthly payment too much, or pay more in the long run. But because home values have skyrocketed so far up the last few years, while rates have come so far down, we've seen many scenarios where listeners today can pull out a significant chunk of money from the new value in their home, while lowering the years on the overall loan, while lowering their monthly payment, and lowering how much they ultimately pay. The key is to just look at the whole picture and be honest with yourself about your situation. If you're looking for someone to show you your options, we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. And again, my newest book is Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods, 300 pages of gluten-free, tasty recipes. Oh, my gosh. And it was 3 years in the research and so forth. 3 big-name TV and famous chefs in Eastern Canada worked on it with me. Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. Oh, my gosh. You need to get that book, www.drjwallach.com. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Florida. And Sheriden, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Sheriden, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, thank you very much. Thank you for all of y'all caring for creation as much as you do.
Well, thank you.
And you're welcome. My age is 57. My height is 5'7". Probably have lost at least 1 inch. And the weight is sustained at 135. And I've been avoiding the bad foods for about 5 years, and I also avoid excitotoxins. I'm also interested in meal supplementation because I am homeless and I do not have a kitchen that I can utilize at this time. I do know I'm gluten intolerant, and when I listen to people being asked about osteoporosis of the skull, I feel like I can check off every single one. 9 years, bad hot flashes. It sort of shuts down the brain. I have a uterine fibroid tumor. Don't have any symptoms, though, except just a little bit of swelling in the abdomen. Sun, heat, and humidity bother me really bad. Difficult breathing, sweat really bad. Hands and feet and ankles swell. That's it.
Okay, now the tumor in the uterus, is that a cancerous thing or just what do you got there?
They've diagnosed it as benign about 8 years ago.
Okay. But do you have a back issue at all?
Every now and then, it may be coming from, I'm thinking it's coming from sleeping from a cot, but like when I bend over, I work at a thrift store, so I do the back pricing and things like that, so I'm having to bend over. So sometimes it'll be tight, and it's like, okay, I'm squatting. I'm not just bending over to pick up a knife that fell on the floor.
Sure. Okay. Now, Charmaine, here's a gal, Sheriden. She's got some, issues with her joints in her back, and she's got a benign thing going on in her uterus. She's got osteoporosis of the skull, and she doesn't have a lot of money. So what would you do for her?
Well, I mean, if she really wants to get down to the nitty-gritty, I still would get her. I would get her on the ultimate. I'd get her on the minerals if she wants to get really skinny. The liquid minerals, the EFAs, and the glucogel. I mean, that's about as low.
Okay, well that lets out vitamins. So I would kind of go around the other way. I'd get something like Kids Toddy. It's a quart liquid. Just get Kids Toddy and the EFAs. Kids Toddy and the EFAs. That way, it's a quart. She could take 1 ounce a day, half ounce at breakfast, half ounce at dinner time, and take 1 bottle of EFAs. There's 60 in the small bottles, and I think, maybe 180 in the big bottles. So she could take 2 of those twice a day, the EFAs, and then the Kids Toddy. And so that would be a real economical way to get the vitamins, the amino acids, and fatty acids, and the minerals, and so forth. And if you want something to drink other than, of course, you're going to get a discount, or maybe even get this drinks free at the grocery store you work at, but a Rebound is a great way to get another round of minerals. It's 75 minerals and 25 vitamins, amino acids. So I kind of go that direction, too, for something to drink. And then call us every couple of weeks. Let us know how you're doing. Because this can help relieve inflammation. Even that benign tumor might shrink a little bit. Back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open. You've listened.
Hi, registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs here. I've been studying healthy bodies for 35 years, and what I've got to tell you may shock and surprise you, but if you listen up, it may change your life.
Diabetes or pre-diabetes or dysglycemia, bad blood sugar. Sugar-storing cells have tuned out insulin because we're pounding our bodies with sugar and refined carbohydrates that cells just stop listening to insulin. The ultimate sign of insulin resistance is elevated blood sugar that doesn't go down. When blood sugar stays elevated, it can react with various proteins in the body, especially the protein albumin and the protein hemoglobin, and ultimately we're off to the degenerative disease races. This is called insulin insensitivity or insulin resistance. By the way, insulin resistance is a problem not just because cells stop listening to insulin, but because insulin does other things. Insulin's a growth hormone. It makes cells divide. So even though cells aren't listening to insulin's command to process sugar, all the other effects of insulin are still going on. For example, even though insulin's effects on sugar processing are reduced or diminished, insulin's effects on dividing cells, making cells divide, that's not diminished at all. Elevated insulin, as insulin levels go up, your cells are starting to divide really fast. That means cysts. That means growth. Ultimately, insulin elevations are responsible for fibroids and cysts and growth. This ultimately means the emperor of all maladies, cancer.
Pharmacist Ben here, urging you to go to kscohealth.com to order Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Healthy Start Pack, and other nutritional supplements that I personally use and recommend. You can purchase these premium quality products at wholesale prices online at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com. I'm a pharmacist that believes that staying healthy and strong is not only about medicine, it's about giving your body the raw materials it needs to do its work. Go to kscohealth.com. Make sure you check out the cool videos, too, at kscohealth.com. That's KSCO Health.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll free, 1-888-379-2552. And again, don't forget that book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the 2 CDs that go along with it by the same title. And you go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, and you'll be amazed what you can do with that information. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Etty, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, is that Etty?
Oh, yes, hello.
Hi, how can I help you?
Mm-hmm. Hi, so I'm calling for my mom. My mom, she is 62. She's 5'5", and she weighs, I would say, around 120 pounds.
Okay.
She is currently dealing with kidney failure, so she's wondering what she needs to do to,
Is she on
better.
dialysis? Is she on dialysis?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does she have high blood pressure, diabetes?
No, she had type 2 diabetes. That's not healed her.
Okay.
More.
Okay, so she got type 2 diabetes, kidney failure, and but no blood pressure. Is she getting treatment for blood pressure, or she just doesn't have it?
No, she is taking some pills for blood
Medication?
pressure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Charmaine, what would you do for Etty's mom? Okay, she's 5'5", 62 years old, 120 pounds. She's on dialysis and high blood pressure, very typical of kidney failure, and type 2 diabetes. What would you do for her?
Well, first of all, no bad stuff, no wheat, barley, rye oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils. And then I would get around a healthy brain and heart pack, and I would add to that Sweeties, Ultimate Daily Classic. I would add the Fucoid Z and vitamin D3 for absorption, and that's a basic program that should take care of.
That's a good program. The Ultimate Daily Classic. I would go, because she's on dialysis, I would go ahead and have her get 2 bottles a month for that, so you can take 3 twice a day or 2 3 times a day for a total of 6 a day. That will support healthy blood pressure and also support healthy blood flow into the kidney, so the kidney will start functioning. And oftentimes, they're able to either reduce significantly the number of dialysis therapies a week, or maybe even totally eliminate them. And so that's exciting. And then the diabetes. Let's see, did I say diabetes?
Yes.
The Sweeties, right? Okay, the Sweeties. She needs 2 bottles a month of the Sweeties, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. Don't cold turkey off any medication, but, she's supposed to be taking her blood sugar on a regular basis. So as the blood sugar comes down, she can slowly reduce her medication based on the numbers. And call us every couple of weeks, because your mom is going to have a great testimony. Her story will help a lot of people. We see lots of people with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and kidney failure. They're on dialysis, and none of these are genetic. None of them have anything to do with age. They're all nutritional deficiencies, and easy to give the body what it needs for the body to manage it. It's amazing what the body can do. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Canada. And Diane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Diane, you're on the
Dr.
air. How can we help you? Hi.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call. I'm suffering from MDA, dry eye. I'd like to know what you would suggest for that.
Okay, macular degeneration, right?
Yes.
Dry eyes.
Dry eye.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Do you have any ringing in your ears?
No.
Do you have any balance problems?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of balance.
Okay, balance problems. Okay. Do they call it vertigo or what?
I feel like it's sort of a vertigo. I don't know if it really is. It's like I'm off balance most of the time.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay. Now, have you lost your sense of smell? Can you smell food cooking?
No.
No? Okay. Yes, you have lost your sense of smell?
No, I have not lost my sense of smell.
Oh, okay. What about your hands and your wrists, your arms? Anything going on with your hands and wrists and fingers?
No, not really. I find my shoulders are sore, but I broke a shoulder though. But I find they're sore. But my hands are okay. My wrists are okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have anything going on in your neck?
No, not really. No.
All right. How much do you weigh?
I weigh, I want to say 220. I'm not sure though. Just a bit that.
How tall are you?
I'm short. I'm 5 foot.
Okay, 5 foot.
Fat.
Okay. Yeah, 5 foot, I'd like to see it weigh 90 pounds to 100 pounds, so you might need to lose 120. Okay, Charmaine, what would you do here for Diane? She's about 120 pounds overweight, and she's got to work on, she's got balance problems, and she's got some vision issues going on. What's going on here?
She's got osteoporosis of the skull.
Go ahead. She got osteoporosis of the skull.
So I would get her on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats. No fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils. And then I would, because of her weight, I would get her on 2 healthy bone and joint packs, and I would add to it the Ultimate Daily Classic, vitamin D3 for absorption, and I would also add some selenium.
What about our MSM?
And MSM, that's what I was just going to say. That should
Okay.
do it.
Okay, well, what about the 120 pounds?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that she can have a keto bar for 1 or 2 meals a day to replace the food.
Yeah.
And
so she needs a minimum of 3 boxes a month because they only have 10 bars in a box. And so I start out with one meal a day. It doesn't have to be the same meal every day. And after 2 months, go to 2 meals a day for 2 days out of the week. The other 5 days stay on 1 meal. And you'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And especially you're staying away from all the bad foods as Char laid out. And very quickly, this balance issue will resolve itself. And oftentimes, there's a thing called ONA, optic nerve atrophy, when you have osteoporosis of the skull, as Char is referring to. It squeezes the optic nerve and causes a gradual blindness. And doctors, they want to blame it on a lot of things, but they never think about osteoporosis of the skull squeezing the optic nerve, the optic artery, and the optic vein. And so, but this is all resolvable stuff. And so give us a call every couple of weeks because you're going to have a great story. And, Char and I, we've been up to Canada many, many times over the past 30 years, putting on meetings and things like that. We have a lot of people in Canada. And so hope to see you one day soon once we list all this travel ban stuff. And let's see here. Char? Yeah. You've seen people lose a half a pound or 2 pounds a day on that keto diet thing, right?
Oh, yeah. I can't eat a whole bar. I cannot eat a whole bar at a time. I can only eat part of one. That's how filling they are. Okay, and they taste good because they have a chocolate coating, and everybody likes that chocolate coating, and they're gluten-free, and they're a lot of fun. And, of course, you need to eat, when you need to lose 120 pounds, you need to eat like an Asian, eat rice and sweet potatoes and beans and squash. And what would you throw in for inflammation? What would you throw in for an anti-inflammatory thing? Well, she could take the CM soft gels, or she could use the CM cream with some trauma oil in it and put it on her body wherever she wants to.
In pain. But what about internal inflammation? Like her intestines or something?
CM soft gels, don't they remove inflammation?
Well, what about, yeah, but that's on the outside. Okay, well, what about Fucoid Z radical?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd go that direction.
Well, Fucoid Z is good anyway because it helps with like arthritis and stuff too. So
and doing a program like doing a program, Diane, like Char has laid out, you can add 25 to 50 healthy years of your life, and you'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. So call us on a regular basis. Anytime you go to the doctor and he gives you some kind of status report, give us a call and let us know what the doctor says. He's going to be freaked out that you're doing so well. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture. With 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more, than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to Physician.
If weight loss is your goal, try Longevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management for optimal health. With this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 9-5 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
All right, let's head to your old stomping ground, St. Louis, Missouri. And Larry, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Larry, you're on the air. Yes, sir.
Hey, Doc.
How can we help you?
Today?
Fine, thank you.
Today, Doc?
Fine,
good,
what's up?
Good. Listen, I've been taking your product for a few years now, probably about 5, and I really like the product. I just got a couple questions real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. Also, I kicked in some glucogel, EFA Plus, and the Ultimate Daily Classic Vitamin D, and I think I got some selenium on the side here. But what I noticed though, Doc, is like the last 2 or 3, maybe about 4 months ago, I went to the doctor and he says my prostate's a little bit inflamed some more. It's gotten a little larger, and I'm noticing that I'm having a lot more, maybe a lot more frequent uses, but not another volume. So what I'm asking, would the powder be better, or would the liquid do the same thing? It's not going to change, or am I going to have to go to something
stop there.
prostrate?
Okay, stop. So you're talking about more frequent urination?
Yes, with less volume.
Okay, less volume. Okay, how much do you weigh?
186.
Okay, do you have any restriction, diabetes or high blood pressure? 64, okay.
Borderline high blood pressure.
Okay, and do you have any ringing in your ears or balance problems?
No.
Okay, Charmaine. Larry's got an issue here. He's got increased frequency of urination. He's got sort of borderline high blood pressure. And so, what would you do for him? He weighs 186.
He's taken all the products, so I would just add the Prost FX to his, and maybe Zerotest.
Yeah, Zerotest, not Zerofem. Zerotest.
I always said it wrong.
Yeah. Okay, I would also throw in the Prost FX.
Yep.
Okay, Prost FX. And I would also throw in MSM. I didn't hear anybody say MSM. Okay, now here's what's going on here.
Yeah, I take that.
Now, Larry, do you have any low back issues?
Yeah, see, and that's where I started taking all of the glucogel. Several years ago, I could barely walk, Doc, and I called you guys, and you helped me out. And I used to have cooking in the back, Doc, and it stopped with that.
Okay, good. Now you need to go one more step here. As Star said, you can throw in the Zera test, 3 of those twice a day.
Zera test?
And,
okay.
Yeah. Okay, that helps you make more male hormones. You want to throw in the Prostifex, take 3 of those twice a day. That'll give your prostate gland what it needs specifically to do its job. But then also I'd throw in the MSM, take 3 of those twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. That's going to help you with your back issues. It's going to make them even better, okay? Because most of the time when both males and females have increased urine frequency, it's because they have a back issue, squeezing the sciatic nerves to control the bladder. So we want to make sure that your disc in between the vertebrae are happy and they're not shrinking and that kind of stuff. Have you shrunk any in height since you were 18 years old?
Not really. Maybe a quarter of an inch. It wasn't much.
Okay, so not a big deal.
But I do know since I've been taking, like you said, I've been taking the glucogel, and the OsteoFX. It is absolutely turning that thing around.
Okay, great. Well, keep in touch with us. Call us every couple of weeks and give us a report. Because your story, your testimony, Larry, is going to give our people a great bit of information here. Because what you have is very common for people in their middle age, from, say, 30 to 70 kind of thing. This is very common, particularly in males. And so there's very simple nutritional deficiencies. Make sure you're staying away from gluten. No wheat, bread, and rye oats, so, kind of go that direction. And live like an Asian. Live on rice and sweet potatoes and beans and squash. And wouldn't hurt to throw in some Fucoid Z capsules, 3 of those twice a day for anti-inflammatory stuff. And then actually, if you can, get some way to measure your amount of urine. Get a pint jar or something and pee in that and then kind of measure it and then dump it in the toilet. And that way you can say, I used to be able to get my urination into that pint jar, and now I can't. It's too much. And so, you'll be able to say actually by measurement that it's actually increasing, okay? All right. So thank you so much, everybody. Great stuff today. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Superlative job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.